Yo, what's up you guys? I'm out on the river today. Just for a short session. I only have a few hours and I thought I would talk to you guys a little bit about my all-around Euro leader and how I use a wax cider with that. Okay, my basic Euro nymphing leader setup is 8 feet of 3X to 7 feet of 4X, and then I use a wax cider material to paint on my cider. This allows me to switch from a dry dropper to a double nymph rig really easily and quickly, and I can also move my cider on that line up and down. So if I get to some water that's shallow, I can paint it lower, and if I get to some water that's deeper, I can then paint it up higher, and I can vary that depth real easy, and I can also vary the flies that I'm using on my rig really easily. And one of the things I was hoping to show you guys today is just kind of take you through kind of how quick I can do that. So I'm going to fish a run of this water that I found here, and I'm going to start out with a double nymph rig with the cider painted on. I'm going to show you guys how to do that in a minute. I have a couple tips for that, and then I'm going to show you how quickly I can just switch to dry dropper, take that wax cider off, and get to fishing a new setup really quickly without having to carry 2 rods. So let's get into showing you guys how I apply the wax cider to my line. Okay, I just wanted to show you guys how I apply this stuff. I basically lay my rod down on the ground and then I put tension on it. A lot of people will tell you to take your thumb and put it over like that. I don't really like doing that because it gets everywhere. So what I'll do is I just put some tension. I lay the rod down flat on the ground, and then I have the nymph hooked to, or whatever fly hooked to the reel, and then I'm able to just put some tension on the line like this, and then I just use that tension and I just run the cider material like that back and forth until I have a nice coat, and then you're good to go, just like that. Pretty simple. And if you need to wipe it off, I just carry a little towel with me like this that I put in my waders. This is what I use to dry my flies off, and I'll just take it and run it down the line and remove it. It's pretty quick. Okay, so I'm out here in a spot in a seam. I've got 2 flies on. I'm gonna fish this through, and then I'm gonna show you guys. I'm gonna switch uncut to a dry dropper just to show you how quick that is. It's pretty windy out here, so I'd probably be going dry dropper anyway. But let's just see if we can get one on the double nymph rig. I actually just landed one, and I thought I was recording and I wasn't, so that's a bit of a bummer. But let's see if we can find another fish. Yeah, the wind's making it pretty hard to manage, but there's a few fish up behind this boulder feeding. Another fish that's getting below me. Hopefully I can land them. This is not the position that you want to be fighting these fish from. You want these fish to stay above you, but this spot that I'm fishing here, these rocks are really slick, and it makes it pretty tough to keep these fish above you, especially with this current and this water I'm in. So I'm just gonna put some side pressure on him, try to wear him out so that I can get him up above me. Looks like a good fish. Again, I'm on pretty light tippet, so I don't want to horse him. Oh, he won't, not quite ready. Okay, I'm going to try to get him around in front of me so that I can surf him back into my net. Got him, good fish. He ate waltz worm. Good fish there. Here you guys. Nice big waltz worm. Cool. I'm gonna walk back up here just to end position where I can reach these fish. So you can see I'm not gonna cut the footage. I'm just gonna show you guys how quick it is to chop your fly. I have a dry fly in my box here. Just gonna put on a little attractor dry. how long that was, but that's pretty quick. And I'm back at it. Sometimes you get lucky even in the wind. That's why you throw dry dropper. Not a big fish, but he's pulling. Oh, and he's gone. Too much pressure. Okay, new spot. I switched it to a little bit longer dropper and a size 12 dry fly, but it's better weather for it than it has been. There's a fish on the dropper. Woo! Cool, cool. I was a little late on the hook set, but apparently he wanted that nymph because he ate it. Just a little guy. Get my hand wet. Cool little fish. And there he goes. Let's see if I can find a slightly larger one now. Okay, here we go. Single fly, heavier fly. It's basically what I have to do in the wind to have any shot at finding a fish, because this wind is just brutal. Let's see, here we go. Wish the wind would stop. There's a fish. I don't know if it's a white fish or a trout, but it's probably a white fish. I don't know, it's big, whatever it is, because this is pretty soft water. I don't know, it's fighting slightly different, but you never know. Let's see what it is. It's heavy. Big fat reed boat. Let's see if we can land her into the net. Nice. This is on another kind of hairier variation here. Big old fat fish. See that nymph right in the side of her mouth. Fish is super fat, super healthy. Let it go. Woo. Nice. Such a fat fish. Okay, so hopefully I was able to illustrate for you guys how I use the Skafars Wax in my basic Euro leader setup, and kind of how I swap between the two. Just showing you we're able to catch some fish doing that, and it's really versatile and you can switch back and forth, which I think is super nice. Anyway, let me know if you guys have used this product before and kind of what you think about it. Possibly if there's anything that I missed that you find useful, I'd love to hear that. Anyway, yeah, like the video, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next week. Thanks.